Now sometimes when you're Dutch oven cooking, you just don't want to have to be leaning over and cooking off the ground. So today I'm going to show you how to make this cute little cooking table. This little cooking table is really easy to make. It starts with a satellite dish, and you can find them almost anywhere. I found this one on my neighbor's house. He didn't seem to miss it too much, and the nice people in the satellite company van, they came over and gave him a new one, so that was really nice of them. Remove all the hardware, and you're left with your cooking table. Perfect. You really don't need much to build these. Some 1/2-inch conduit, some dowel that will fit inside that pretty good, some angled leg plates, they're what attaches a leg to a tabletop, some little feet, and then some screws. Then the one other thing you need is 2 of those little screws that have a wood screw at one end and a machine screw at the other, and they screw into the plate. So really not too much. So the next step is to figure out where you want to put the plates to attach the legs to. I just kind of measure a little bit, and I drilled the holes and used some little machine screws to screw it on. And then there were 4 holes where it originally had mounted to this stand, and I just used screws for those as well. Now you could do this whole thing with pop rivets. It would work just fine, but I used little screws and nuts. Now I got out the 𝐬𝐮𝐩 Can't Cut Straight box and cut the legs to length. I think these were about 18 inches. Then I drilled a couple holes in each one so I could put screws in to hold the plug. Now I just used a dowel, and I had to sand it down a little bit to get it to fit. Then I could pound it right down into the conduit, and that would become the leg. There's a trick that my daddy taught me about rubbing the screws on some soap to make them go into the wood easier. So that's what I did. Guess what? I can't drill a straight hole either, but it did create a pilot hole and screwed in that double-ended screw, drove that all the way in, and then the next thing I did was put a little plastic cap on the conduit to create a foot. Now it was a little too big, so I popped a rivet into it. So that's really all there is to it. And you screw the 4 legs into the dish, and you've got yourself a cute little Dutch oven table. Well, thanks for hanging out with us today. If you like this, we'd love to have you as a subscriber. If you build one of these little tables, tell me about it down below in the comments. I'd be interested in seeing what you made. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.